So Bill Burr is one of those guys who's just not very political and doesn't really seem to have a side, which is rare in entertainment these days. And it's clear he doesn't think much of Trump, but he doesn't seem to think much of anybody. And there's not that many people in showbiz that are like that. I mean, you've got like Bill Maher, who will take swipes at his own side, but he's still totally, implacably possessed by Trump derangement syndrome. Bill Burr's a little different. Again, he just simply seems to hate everybody. And that's not the sort of thing that Jimmy Kimmel expects to hear on his show. On the late night comedy shows, there's one narrative that's allowed, and preferably you should be getting a booster shot while you're giving it. But let's take a look at this.
On like narcissism, liberals are so stupid the way that they handle Trump.
What do you mean?
You should shut up. He's a narcissist. Neutral energy.
Yeah.
Neutral.
You think he'd go away?
You know what I think he was? I think he was a one-hit wonder. Right? He wrote The Twist. And then that was it. He was on the casino circuit, and then you idiot liberals wrote him Twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr.
Yeah, he's got a point there. I mean, you can't go full banana republic on Trump year after year and expect people to not notice that maybe, just maybe, something's wrong about this. Especially when it's become fairly obvious that the Biden family never saw a scam that was too obvious.
And now
he's coming back, Jimmy.
The peppermint twist is back.
He's coming back. It's going to be great for comedy.
Actually, I think that Trump getting elected just about killed comedy. Well, on the left, it just about killed it. Because every comedian had to pick a side, and in the mainstream, well, there's only one side, and it ain't Trump's. And that meant they could only do a narrow band of approved jokes about Trump's hands, or his hair, or how stupid his supporters were. And above all, everything suddenly had to absolutely be left-wing, with no room for misinterpretation. And before you know it, Colbert is dancing with syringes.
I can't believe, these are honestly going to be our two choices, because I really try to, with each thing, to try to be, figure out who I'm going to, but I mean, it's got to be, I want somebody in their 40s, somebody that's going to have to live with their decisions. I don't want, with any luck, they'll both die of natural causes before the election. And maybe you could get somebody that still has something to live for.
Wow. This year, you're not going to get a visit from Santa, but you are going to get a visit from the Secret Service.
Why? I said die peacefully.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear peacefully.
I did.
Oh,
and then you threw that in just
I must
to
have
throw me
thrown
under
that
the
in,
bus.
Yeah, you could see at the end there, Jimmy Kimmel getting a little bit uncomfortable. It seemed like to me, it's like, we'll get Trump bad, but Biden good. I've been saying every night on this show for hundreds of days consecutively that Biden good. I mean, totally with you on the Trump bad thing. Yeah, but Biden good. See, now that's the narrative, and I think that's why a lot of people will probably appreciate what Bill Burr is doing here. He doesn't like either of them. And his point about somebody young enough to have to live with their mistakes, there is some truth to that, isn't there? And look, I mean, I personally like Trump. And it doesn't mean that somebody younger is going to be a good president. I mean, you did have Obama after all. I mean, another example is Trudeau in Canada. He's young, and he's destroyed Canada. The only time he ever seems happy is when he's getting divorced and holding a pride flag. But still, it's not a bad point. And also, I mean, he is a comedian, right? And I think that as long as they're kind of coming in down the middle a little bit, even if it's hating everybody, most people are kind of okay with that. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.